Okay, we is live. All right. Well, I went out to see about getting supplies. Lots of there, right? Yeah, man. Wow, this is crazy. These stores, man. I went to me and my son. We went to Walmart. Well, first we went to Wendy's to eat. Only the drive-through is open. No going inside the restaurant for nothing. I don't know what's gonna happen to the truckers if they close the restaurants and the bars, and if only the drive-throughs are available, what's going to happen there, huh? Because unless if the truckers are gonna order, like these restaurants that have like orders to go, that's about the only thing I'm thinking about. But because truckers, big truckers, are way too big to go in through no drive-through. Some of these places they won't let you go in unless you got a car. I know when I used to drive for Uber and Lyft, and when I used to drive for a taxi, people used to call up taxis over here just to go through the drive-through late at night. I kid you not. Okay, so yeah, the stuff is serious here today. Uh, the president said that he was going to be giving $1,000 to the Americans, to every American, or something like that. I don't know. I guess in the coming days, we'll find out. Of course, the House of Representatives is going to be the maple. I bet there's a slush fund there or something, man. I mean, but it's really weird in these stores now, man. It's too late already. Okay, 6 minutes. Publix is going to close. Walmart, I think, is going to close early too. People are going crazy here, man. Listen, there's not time to fear. It really isn't. It's time to look for God. It's time that, especially the Christians, you have a tremendous advantage, man. You know, I mean, because people are scared. Well, you talk peace. That's what I would do if I was gonna be going around talking about Jesus. I'd be talking about the peace of Jesus. I'd be talking about how Jesus multiplied the loaves, the loaves of bread and the fishes to feed the multitude. I'd be talking about. I have an orange here. Oh, this thing is like. Is it like sour? Really? I don't like sour. My uncle used to love sour. I used to buy these. I used to buy these all kind of candies like coconut candy, sour candy. He used to love that. He used to love that sour thing. I hope this isn't sour though. I hope maybe it was just that one little piece that I took that was sour. But yeah, I remember his name was Theo Ling. I'm sure my relatives all know him because he was very popular in the family. Probably one of the most popular uncles that I had. He once told me, he said, Victor, you're a good looking guy, but your breath stinks. Just like you gotta love you gotta love an uncle who tells you something like that. And now 62, I do, and I brush my teeth regularly, use mouthwash, especially now with this coronavirus thing. I do the mouthwash right away, because I hear that that's good because that thing it gets in your throat. And so using mouthwash and drinking water regularly, if the virus is in your mouth, it'll go down to your stomach. And stomach acid is kind of hard on just about everything that goes down there. You know, um, just like that movie. What is that movie I saw? I think I saw it the other day. I saw a movie called Swallow. It's about this pregnant woman, and she keeps on swallowing things. She was like swallowing marbles, swallowing tags that you would use like for like for a board. She swallowed all kind of stuff, safety pins, and everything. If you get a chance, see it. It's kind of weird, you know. But I thought it was entertaining. Usually, if it's not entertaining, man, I just turn it off. You know, or if I'm in the theater, I'll just get up, you know, and get out of there. You know, I want to see something that makes sense, you know. But yeah, going back to this coronavirus thing, you know, the president said that he's going to be sending $1,000. I just turned on the TV and I saw that they said something about like $1,000 to everybody. And I heard that and I kept on hearing it, but then they kept on talking about different things at restaurants and bars and the airline industry and this and that, you know. So if Mr. President, if you're watching this, I'm gonna put my my number, my food stamp number on the bottom and in the comments. If there's a midnight store that's open, and hopefully by the time I finish buying things, it'll be like 12 o'clock. That's what the that's when the food stamps drop. So do that, all right? Call me up, Donald. Let me know, man. Mr. President, Mr. President Trump, man. Pray for the president, man. We got to pray for the president, man, because the man is going through a lot of stuff right now. You know, his numbers were good, and now with this coronavirus, you know, the whole economy is being, you know, going to be thrown. Maybe the $1,000. Remember that stimulus thing that we had with a long ago? That was not bad, man. That stimulus thing, I think, but it was less though. It wasn't. I think it was like 600 or something. I don't even remember. You know, but yeah, man. You know, that's what we got. For the people who are watching this 90-day fiance thing, when I'm thinking of leaving, you know, and most likely I'm going over to the Philippines. Maybe, you know, I sure hope so. I'm sure hope I'm going somewhere. Unless if something weird happens, you know, I'm gonna go to the Philippines, man. Hopefully, in my head, I think it's Second Timothy authority. Pray for authority Bible verse. See if I can to me that I don't even know where that verse is, you know. But it does say in Paul writing to Timothy. Timothy is like his son, man. You know. It says, I urge them, all those in authority. Does that include the president? Is the president a person in authority? That we may live, that we may live a peaceful life. I think it is. But I'm going to look it up right here just to make sure. Here, 10 scriptures to pray for our nation. This is from crosswalk.com. I think everybody should pray for the. I don't know what's up with you, man, because you say you're a Christian, you have to pray for him. Think about it. The Romans, who were perhaps the worst people in all history, they were one of the worst ever, and yet, you know, pray for those who are in charge. And we're talking about Romans. I mean, who was the Roman emperor at that time? Nero, maybe. Uh, you know, those everybody up to Constantine, they were like, you know, that's just the way things were. Okay, it says show proper First Peter 2:17 says show proper respect to everyone. Show proper respect. That means that right now, if President Donald Trump was to knock on my door, or probably the Secret Service would probably knock on there first. If they were to knock on my door and they was to tell me, listen, the president wants to enter your house and talk to you, but we want to search your house and make sure there's no bombs or you got any guns or whatever you got in there, or whatever. Hey, I'd let him come in here. I would let him sleep in my bed, man. You know, that's showing proper respect. Now I wouldn't let him use my toothbrush now. But yeah, he he could use my bed. I would I would probably change the covers if he was with Melania or whatever. I don't know. But you show the proper respect to people. It's not about him being Donald Trump. It's about the position he has, president. You know, if they were to tell me, hey, look, we need you to put on your suit, put on your tie, put on your best shirt, I would do it. If they were to tell me take a shave, hey, look, here goes a good example. Pharaoh. Pharaoh called uh called Joseph out of the prison. And what did Joseph do? He took a shave. He shaved, and I bet you he didn't go up there with no rags. No, no, no. He shaved and he made himself look very presentable in front of Pharaoh. So if if a man could go from prison being falsely accused, if anything, he could have said, you know what? I don't care what happens here, man. Right? He said, I'm in prison. I'm there falsely accused. I was sold into slavery. They said I would try to rape this woman, you know, and I didn't do it. I go to Canaan. I start like a little food mart over there. Grain. Joseph's grain. 5 cents a pound or whatever. I don't know, whatever, a denarius or whatever, piece of silver. Apparently, they didn't even have denariuses at that time. They just said a piece of silver. Charge the Ishmaelites maybe one of their gold earrings or something. I don't know, man, but I think hey, I think there would have been some negotiating on my part. I would have been really thinking about it. Well, should I interpret this guy's dreams, or how? Why should I charge him, man? But hey, he stayed quiet, and he was exalted to the second highest position in all the land. Only Pharaoh, because he had the throne, was more powerful than him, and he could have gotten back at Potiphar too. Oh, what? What? After putting me in jail, Potiphar, come over here, man. Remember that time when you put me in jail, man? Yeah, let me walk. Let's go walking down to that jail for walk me down there for. I want to talk to you as we're walking down to jail. We need to talk to you about your wife, man. We're walking to jail, okay, and I'll be sending for her too. What? You kidding me? No, man. Hey, listen. I know I don't want to stay here too long because I know a lot of people they don't have too much of a 16 minutes. Be subject to the governing authorities. There is no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. So President Trump is there because he's been established by God. Think about that. Obama, not so much. No, I'm only, I'm only kidding around. Okay. Jeremiah 29:7. Also seek the peace and prosperity of the city to which I have carried you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it, because if it prospers, you too will prosper. Second Chronicles 7:14. Of course, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear them from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Right now, we need some healing, don't we? Yep, we need some coronavirus healing. Okay. Psalm 2:10 and 11 says, therefore, you kings, be wise, be warned, you rulers of the earth, serve the Lord with fear and celebrate his rule with trembling. Hallelujah. Look at this. Proverbs 11:14. For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. That's good right there. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is a stream of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he will. Uh, Job 12:23-25. He makes nations great and destroys them. He enlarges nations and disperses them. That's true, man. That's very true. It's good about the word of God here. know, it's really something. I'm just gonna leave it here. They got some other verses here, but I really haven't looked into it. I want to look into it before I say anything. We'll talk about this 90 Day Fiance thing. Hey, I think I'm gonna go that same route, man. And I love all these people that are making all these comments on the Facebook 90 Day Fiance group. I really like it. I really love everything about it. And I tell you, I mean, most likely I'm gonna be going somewhere. It might even be quicker than August. It might be very soon. I don't know. God will open up the doors if I decide to go right away or later on. I don't know. Everything is up in the air. I was hoping maybe I could visit my mother in Dallas, Texas. She's in a nursing home, is in lockdown. So about the only way I'm gonna see her is me going over there and seeing if I can see her through the window. Hey, mom, calling her up. Hey, mom, I'm right outside the window. That'd be kind of weird. But hey, man, if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. I'll just go. I'll just fly down there. Maybe get a room over there. I think they have like what do they got there? Maybe I know they got some kind of hotel right on the same block where she's at. They got a hotel, and then they got a big church that comes out on TV with I forget the name of the pastor. Um, and then they have the nursing home. It's right there on the same block. All three things, so I could stay there. If I got to go to church, I go there, and then I see my mother at the nursing home. So, but it's on lockdown now, so I really don't know. I'm gonna be calling her up in a little while and see if she's there. Maybe she might take the phone. I don't know. Hopefully, she'll take the phone. It's been like 2 or 3 days I've been trying to call her up, and I haven't been able to do it. So hopefully, she'll be able to take the phone and we could talk a little while. I call her up just about every single day. It's great talking to her, because hey, tomorrow is not promised to anybody. Who knows when they're gonna go? My mother might outlive me. You never know. I mean, if people knew when they were going to die, the insurance companies would close in one day. In one day, they will be gone. You know why? Because everybody would beg, borrow, and steal money to buy the biggest insurance policy they can to leave it to their loved ones. You're gonna go anyway, right? So everybody will be doing that. And so nobody knows when they're gonna go. And that's what I like about some women that I've talked to from the Philippines. They seem very fun, very friendly, very open. They don't seem to care too much about age. Over here in the United States, yeah. Over there, not so much. Over there, and I just find that, you know. Let me just see if my mother's there. Spanish, so I speak pretty good Spanish. I used to work as an interpreter to ringy dingy. I just be waving goodbye to you people and talk to mama. Maybe she's not taking the phone now. Hello, mami, ¿cómo está?
Yo estoy bien, pero estoy bien, gracias a Dios.
Okay. I love you, mommy.
¿Ah?
I love you, mommy.